Let's see. Let's go in here.
Now, from the first state of Delaware, EA Sports coverage of PGA Tour golf brings us to the fabled Wilmington Country Club, part of our continuing coverage of the world of golf. With Frank Nobilo by my side, I'm Rich Lerner. Frank, as weekend golfers know, there's always part of your game that you're focused on, so I'll ask the question, what are you going to be looking at here today?
Tee to green, Rich. I know people always say putting's important. I'm not going to say it's overrated, but tee to green, if you want to play good golf day in, day out, fairways greens, that's the secret.
We'll get right out to the action here as we head to the tee at the par 4 first. And that will come to rest just off the fairway, but not too much trouble from there, I wouldn't think.
Rough's really not that deep, Rich, so you're exactly right. Sitting up well enough, no problem whatsoever. Rich, is that 8 or 9 feet? I don't know about that, but it is a great approach shot.
8 feet now for birdie. Ah, yes, very well read. To 1 under now for the day. The second hole here at Wilmington Country Club's South Course, a 206-yard par 3. It features a fairly long green cut into the side of a hill with 2 bunkers right and a deeper one toward the bottom of the hill on the left.
Ah, you fuck.
Didn't play the wind very well there, and that's going to wind up too strong and over the green.
Terrible.
Right about 9 feet here to the hole. Safely in for his par, and he'll remain at 1 under through 2 holes of play. Boy, a lot to break down on this third hole at 582 yards. This hole pretty much takes a right turn about 200 yards in. Aggressive players can try to cut the angle and cover those 3 fairway bunkers right. If they do, they'll be left looking at an uphill approach to a plateaued green surrounded by 3 of the toughest bunkers on the course. This a tee shot that fits the eye, and that'll be just fine.
Oof,
I'm not sure he got every bit of that three-wood trying to get home to this par 5 and 2, but still in the ball game for a birdie.
it's gonna go.
This a shade better than 50% on the make percentage. It's for birdie. Not a problem. That's in for birdie, and that score moves to 2 under par. So after the uphill approach at the par 5 third, we get another uphiller at the 4th. This one a par 4 at 406 yards. Bunkers the issue off the tee. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, and another 2 more for good measure up at this elevated green.
Great shot.
Little one to the hole.
Second shot now, and has to be careful because that breeze can be tricky at his back. You don't want to overclub.
Oh shit, should have realized the height. Fuck.
Well, I don't have my tape measure out, but that looks like, what, 6, 7 feet in there? But that is an excellent approach shot.
Yes, a good look at that one all the way in. It's a birdie to push that score to 3 under for the round. So, partner, as always, I enjoyed it. Watching golf, calling golf. Let's do it again soon.
We got the best seat in the house, Rich.
You gotta birdie all those holes. You can't leave a par, otherwise you really don't get anything good. Let me see. Let's go back. Play Korea. And there should be the second round, right?
EA Sports, in conjunction with the R&A, present the final major championship of the year. Today, live second round coverage of the Open. Well, if we see more of what we witnessed yesterday, we're in for a heck of a battle these next 3 days as we show you the current leaderboard here on this Friday. Our leader on this Friday is our featured golfer. He's on top by 1 entering play. Round 2 of the Open Championship at St. Andrews, and Frank, as we well know, this course can change dramatically depending on the date. We're curious, How'd you handle the sort of discrepancy in tee times from Thursday to Friday?
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, Rich. That's what a lot of people don't realize. You can have like what we call early, which is like 6:30 off, first off in the morning, and then you get about 11 o'clock tee off time the next day. Or conversely, you can be just before 11 and then tee off at 4 o'clock. You would think that's the worst possible draw. But sometimes the wind just abates in the afternoon, and you can get very, very lucky with almost no wind for 4 or 5 hours. And that is the key, especially at a golf course like St. Andrews.
Uh-oh.
No way.
Oh, and that will run all the way through the fairway into the burn here at one. An early mistake off the tee. Okay, so the drop taken, and that will set up what's going to be his third now to this par 4. Well done. That is in for a par here at the first. And this will stay a one-shot lead. Here we are now at the second. Always so important to try and establish a good round in these opening holes, Frank.
Yeah, in the second hole, especially with the prevailing breeze and today's modern equipment, the odd player has actually driven this green, but you really see the tone of the golf course. The middle of the golf course is protected. There's a series of bunkers down there, but the left is always the safe side of the golf course, because the best line to play your second shot from on the whole golf course is always the right side, and we see that here at the second.
Get right, get right, get right, get right, get right, get right, get right. There we go.
The missed fairway at one didn't hurt him, but this, a much better tee shot as he is safely in the fairway.
What? Close.
Call it 74 yards here as he's set for his second. Okay, that's acceptable there. This is a 13-footer. Oh, yes, a brilliant roll there. It's birdie here at number 2. And on the heels of yesterday's 66, he'll get it to 1 under par for his round today. Up next here at St. Andrews, the 370-yard par 4 third. Best to drive it left center to avoid a cluster of bunkers down the right side of the fairway. The real challenge comes on the approach with Cartgate Bunker coming into play. Drivable par 4, not for most in this field, but for this guy, yes, he has just knocked it on. What a shot.
Oh, man. 114, 112.
Oh, how good is that? Those are the kinds of long-distance putts you'll see here in Scotland, and that was judged about as well as one can. Nicely done. Things looking good early. That's birdies at 2 and 3. And he gets it to 2 under for today's round and 8 under for the tournament. At the 4th hole now, and Frank, this one looks as though it might require a little bit of club selection off the tee. What are we looking at, partner?
Well, there is 2 ways to play the 4th off the tee. You can hit it down the right side, but it really starts to narrow up and it's slightly shorter. Most players go towards the middle of the golf course and try and get it on that plateau. But this, certainly the first hard hole you see at St. Andrews.
That will do just fine. He needs to be mindful of the breeze here as he sets for a second.
That's a good shot, and more importantly, too, a green in regulation, so birdie chance.
Nope, good effort, but that's got to wander a few feet by. Okay, that one finished off. It's a par here at 4. And he's going to hold on to that 3-shot lead. We come now to the fifth, the first par 5 on the front side here at St. Andrews. 514-yard hole that ends at a green that is 100 yards deep. Avoid the Seven Sisters bunkers off the tee, and reaching into is a possibility if the weather cooperates. So that sets up a tougher second shot, missing the fairway with the drive, now in the rough. Okay, I'll be pretty happy with that one on the green and 2, but a long ways. Frank, he'll need to refocus immediately because that's not a guarantee. 2 putts from that distance.
Exactly, Rich. No time to celebrate right now. Grind on that first putt. Get it inside that magic circle. At least try and guarantee a birdie.
Fucking short. I knew it.
Well, if that ball never really got rolling, that's going to come up a good 10 feet short. 11 feet away. Tell you what, this game will drive you nuts. That looked good the entire way, but the lip had other ideas.
Suck.
That one finished off. It is a par here at 5, and this will remain a 3-shot lead. Here we are now at the 374-yard par 4 6th. It's a blind tee shot over a mound. The key here, avoiding the coffin bunkers on the left and a series of bunkers on the right. A good swing and a good result, as that is safely into the fairway.
Drove the green again.
So not a whole lot left to go here as he'll set up his second for this par 4.
I'm loving this round of golf. More shots, more touch. Another great one there.
Okay, well done there. It's a birdie here at the 6th. And he's worked it to 9 under par. One of the really beautiful aspects of playing links golf is you're oftentimes aiming at something so far off in the distance. Maybe it's a church steeple, or in this case, maybe it's a little left of the flag at number 11, and we're playing the 7th hole. The key, you want to avoid that shell bunker, which is short of the putting surface.
might not trying to go for this. Okay, right?
Well, this looks really good. Well, they claim it's a reachable par 4. We haven't seen a whole lot of people do it today. We just saw it right there. Well done.
Look at this. It's not even oh my God, dude. 184 feet. Let's get a read. Give me a read. Give me a read.
Yeah, on putts this long, so hard to gauge the speed, and that's maybe about what you'd expect. 10-foot putt left. Yeah, well done. It's back-to-back birdies here on this front side. And he's into double figures now at 10 under par. Arriving now at the first of only 2 par 3s at the old course, 166-yard, 8th, featuring a high-lip bunker guarding the front of the green that is difficult to hold. Solid shot, and sometimes solid throughout the round, will win the day. Ooh, good speed there. That'll leave just a couple of feet. Okay, that in for par here at the 8th. And he'll remain well in control of this tournament. Rounding out the opening 9 here at St. Andrews. And Frank, this par 4 features a couple of fairway bunkers that players will have to contend with.
Yeah, this is a fun hole when you first stand on that tee and look at it. You see those bunkers smack bang in the middle of the fairway. The last bunker there in the middle is called the end hole. This hole is called the end. But this green, too, is so flat, very, very difficult to read. But if you get there, pull the head cover off the driver. Remember, this is the only chance you get to play the old course. Too strong for this hole, eh? Ran out of fairway and into the rough. Big hit, though.
And that's going to leave some work, but it'll end up okay. This will be a 14-foot putt here. Oh, goodness, that is too bad. That would have been a good birdie, but not to be. Okay, that's in for his par here at the 9th. And that'll mean this is a 32 on the front, 4 under par. As we begin the backside here at St. Andrews, you can really feel the history. This hole named in honor of the legendary Bobby Jones, who won the 1927 Open and the 1930 Amateur. Obviously, 1930 was his Grand Slam year. Retired, by the way, at the age of 28. And then founded and built with Alistair McKenzie Augusta National. So a little bit of history lesson as you play this 340-yard par 4 10th. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. Not your standard approach here. This is second from behind the green.
It's terrible.
Birdie putt coming up, and we go to Iona Stephen.
There is a sneaky bit of break from left to right on this putt, but don't overdo it.
Oh, do that. What a roll that was. A long one in for birdie. And the lead swells to 6 here on this Friday. Down to the par 3 11th, and Frank, what's the key here?
Well, this green is slightly elevated. Huge false front, sort of left and right of that Strath bunker. And, of course, that bunker on the hill, or should I say that bunker on the left, is called Hill. That's the famous bunker where Bobby Jones couldn't get out of it many years ago and actually ripped up his scorecard. So a good tee shot here, just find that right level where the flag is.
Okay, took on the flag there, and it's going to leave a decent look at birdie. So this one downhill all the way. This will be a tough one to judge. Oh, how good is that? Those are the kinds of long-distance putts you'll see here in Scotland, and that was judged about as well as one can. So that brushed in for par here at 11, and he's going to maintain that substantial lead. Frank, how do you like the 12th hole here at St. Andrews?
Well, it's a beautiful par 4. You start to see the village of St. Andrews in the background, Eden Estuary to the right, and also decision time. If you're long enough, it's certainly worth having a crack at this par 4 with your tee shot. But if you're not a long hitter, then you've really got to worry about those 4 beautifully and well strategic positioned bunkers in the middle of the fairway.
Well, that's on a pretty good line so far. What a display of power and precision off the tee. On the green here on the par 4 in 1. So step 1 is successful off the tee, but now work to be done here. A long one for eagle. Chance now for another birdie. Nah, missed it left. That's a letdown.
Fucking unbelievable.
That one safely in. It's a par here at 12. And that's going to keep this large lead right where it is. We arrive now at the challenging 418-yard par 4 13. Tee shot has to avoid those coffin bunkers, and the approach should be aimed at the middle of this massive double green.
Stay out of there. Good.
Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. From the fairway, Iona, this is second.
With a solid tee shot, a great spot in the fairway has been found, but with that elevated green, it's tough to see where you're going.
been a beautiful round of golf today. It's been a clinic with the irons, and more evidence there. The swing, the strike. And look how close that is.
Confidently done there. That's in for birdie here at 13. And he's just continuing to pour it on here on this Friday. Frank, you can actually play this 14th hole by taking a detour to another hole on the front side. Explain.
Yeah, that's the 4th hole. The 4th hole is adjacent to the 14th, and if you're in a little bit of trouble off the tee, there's nothing wrong with playing the 14th as a zigzag style par 5. So that means the drive, if it doesn't go down the right, you go further left and then back to the green. But it's a safer way, but a much longer option.
No issues here. That is into the fairway. Still well over 300 yards to the flag, so getting this to a good number, the key here for his second. Well, just a good solid shot right there with that 3-wood, Frank.
That's an aggressive layup, really, trying to force that 3-wood down and get it as close as possible to the green. That's 2 good shots if you can't reach the par 5.
Okay, on the green, but that's going to leave a putt that will get your attention. Let's bring in Nota Begay III for a look at birdie.
And he's seemingly had no problem with his reads all round long, so this shouldn't be too difficult.
That's going to wander off to the right and leave maybe 2-3 feet coming back. No issues there. It is a par here at 14. And he'll remain at -12.
One more.
Frank, the 15th here at the old course, just a classic example of links golf, where you might be aiming for something that isn't even on the golf course.
Exactly. There's a nice line there in between the 2 humps that you can see in front of you off the tee. If you keep looking down, you'll see the church steeple. That's the perfect line for the tee shot. Got to be careful with the second shot coming up. You see the 16th tee and out of bounds to the right of this green, and that little pot bunker that protects the front.
Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. He'll be factoring in this breeze in his face as he sets for a second.
Right on it.
Good shot. Safely on the green and a birdie chance.
Sizable putt from 16 feet. Oh, yes, a perfect putt there. It is in for birdie here at 15. And he continues to just build up a massive lead for the weekend. All right, Frank, another par 4. It's the 16th. Players trying to make their way to the house, standing up in one piece. What's the best way to get at this hole?
Well, the normal player would actually try and hit the ball down the left. I've seen the odd player try and hit it down that out of bounds line. and sort of flash it down the right side, but really there's not much of an advantage, Rich, unless you're the longest hitter in the business.
Oh, man, get left.
So a little short and a little left of the principal's nose is a nice setup for the second shot here at 16.
Oh, do you believe it? Right off making birdie, this tee shot at the very next hole. Out of bounds. Okay, this one going to stay in the field of play, and even better than that, it's in the fairway. Fourth shot wants to get this close. That's a disappointment right there, Frank.
Yeah, green light special, really. Come up considerably short.
Just about 5-6 feet. You hate to have to grind for double bogey, but Frank, he better grind.
Yeah, started the hole off poorly and real struggle here to finish.
Much needed there, as that's in for a double bogey. Unfortunately, with a big lead already, very little damage done. Now at the 17th tee, and Frank, this is really when you begin to feel the weight and the history of the old course bearing down on you.
And you also feel the nerves as well, because you're having to hit it not just at a fairway or over a bush, but over the corner of an out of bounds. And you'll see there's a little sign up there that says Old Course and Country Club. So you've got to pick the exact letter for the line that you want to hit it across. Hit it down the right side, this hole certainly becomes shorter. Left, you find the left and short, you find the road hole bunker. A little right and long, and well, there's a chance of going out of bounds or on the road itself.
You fucking cock.
Always a good shot in the rough, but now a chance for a birdie. So that's a good approach shot.
Iona's down there. This for birdie.
Yeah, a lot of right to left movement in this first 2/3 of the way, and then it'll start to straighten out in the end.
Yeah, I think you take that. That one made a pretty big left turn, so to get within a few feet, that's not bad. Yeah, that's a good putt. It is in for par here at 17, and he'll stay at 11 under par. Frank, this is really one of the coolest spots in the whole sport. When you tee off at 18, it's as if the entire town of St. Andrews is peering in and looking at you.
You've started by the town at the little starter's box, and then you've sort of gone all the way out. Now you're all the way on the back end, and it's almost like your job's been completed. But really, in the game of golf, you're just starting.
Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. So after that bomb of a drive, this is second to the par 4.
Oh, you fucking loser.
Job was made harder by the second shot coming up short, but excellent use of the flop shot and a chance to escape the par.
Okay, a good putt for his par here at the 18th green. And this will be slightly worse than round 1, but still a terrific 67 here in this second round. Well, that'll wrap it up for us today. We saw a lot of great golf, Frank.
The course was good. It was gettable for some, but, in the end, it really gave you what you deserved, just the way we